In 2008, in a moment that changed the internet forever, Satoshi Nakamoto introduced the world to the idea of distributed trust, marking the first generation of distributed ledger technology. The market responded with a question, and that question was, what do we do with this technology? And so the market responded by moving things like title deeds to properties and intellectual property rights, licenses and accreditations, and even diplomas onto ledgers. And yet the market responded with another question, which is, in a system where we don't necessarily trust each other, how do we transact with each other? And so we've seen smart contracts as ways for people to transact with each other fairly, marking the third generation of distributed ledger technology. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight is a really big night. Tonight marks the beginning of the fourth generation of distributed ledger technology, a generation that is fast, so fast in that we do hundreds of thousands of transactions per second, a generation that's fair, so fair, and can we go back one slide, by the way? Thanks. A generation that's fair, so fair in that we generate a fair order of transactions, and a generation that's secure, so secure that even financial services organizations would use it. As it turns out, with something fair, fast, and secure, we open up a whole new genre of applications that before tonight simply weren't before possible. And I'm going to tell you about some of them right now. The ad tech industry is one industry that's riddled with problems, as some of you may know and may be able to gather from the headlines behind me. It's an industry dominated by centralized ad systems that process billions of transactions per day, hundreds of thousands of transactions per second. But there's a problem in ad tech today, and the problem is that an advertiser cannot attest to the provenance of a click, leading to a lot of distrust and a lot of unwanted ad spend. One company in our ecosystem working to solve this problem are the folks over at Extreme Push. Extreme Push is based out of Dublin, Ireland. They're a very impressive company, and they're taking the Hedera Hashgraph technology offering and using it in a way to help advertisers identify and reject click fraud. This is helping their customers defend their ad inventory from unwanted transactions. They're one of the first in the ad ecosystem to do so today. But let's get really serious, right? Let's talk about mission-critical systems. Let's talk about stock exchanges. Let's talk about governments and militaries. What about power plants and utility companies? Let's be honest, these organizations are not deploying distributed applications today. But that's all about to change. OpenVMS is a well-known enterprise operating system spun out of the Hewlett-Packard Company. It's trusted by some of the most mission-critical organizations on planet Earth. OpenVMS is allowing their customers to take spare OpenVMS clusters and use them as nodes in the Hedera Hashgraph network. But they didn't stop there. No, they took our technology and they're integrating it directly into their operating system, allowing these mission-critical organizations to spin up distributed applications with ease. Now let's talk about other mission-critical systems, right? We talk about security. We talk about bank-grade security. But are banks really using this thing? Are financial services organizations using it? The answer is yes. CU Ledger is a CUSO, a credit union service organization that serves the credit union industry right here in North America. That's represented by more than 6,000 credit unions serving more than 105 million members. CU Ledger is enabling their member organizations the ability to build arbitrary distributed applications on the Hedera Hashgraph technology stack. But tonight, I'm happy to share with you all that CU Ledger has gone global. CU Ledger is now serving credit unions on more than 6 different continents around the world, represented by more than 250 million members. In a partnership with the World Credit Union Organization, CU Ledger will be using the Hedera Hashgraph platform to solve one small part of the cross-border international payments problem. Now, we've talked about credit unions, we've talked about ad tech, and we've talked about mission-critical systems. But ladies and gentlemen, the Hedera Hashgraph technology platform has implications that stretch all the industries on planet Earth. And another industry where we've seen a lot of growth is in the healthcare industry. And Teva Health is a startup in our ecosystem that we're really happy to support. What they have done is they built the first immutable and primary source verified credential management platform. Their Ready.Career platform is helping with the fast placement and ongoing credentialing of doctors, nurses, and other healthcare professionals, another first in their respective industry. Now, let's turn it up for a second. Do we have any Guns N' Roses fans in the audience tonight? Show of hands. Come on, Guns N' Roses. They're probably watching right now, so come on. Artbid is a project by Matt Sorum, the lead percussionist from Guns N' Roses, and Matt Sorum has a grand vision. I hope I can do it justice. Matt Sorum is using the Hedera Hashgraph technology platform to turn the world into a stage. By combining the Hedera platform with gamification and augmented reality, he's helping artists get compensated directly for their masterpieces. This Friday, Mance Harmon and I will actually be with Matt Sorum, Billy Gibbons, and the famed street artist Shepard Fairey as we make a special announcement and demo the Artbid platform. We hope to see some of you there. Now, at the beginning of this presentation, I talked about speed, and I saw some looks on your faces. Who needs hundreds of thousands of transactions per second? What are some applications that actually use that sort of throughput? And the answer is games. 2 games, next slide please. 2 games in our ecosystem, just to point out what's possible. One is Kitten Catch. Kitten Catch was built in less than 24 hours at a recent Hashgraph hackathon. It opens up a whole new genre of gaming, and Kitten Catch represents that class. It's reliant on zero centralized gaming infrastructure. It's played entirely peer-to-peer with complete fairness. Hashman is a parody of the famous Pac-Man game, built by Calvin Chang, a developer in our ecosystem from Singapore, who recently hosted a developer meetup where more than 200 developers showed up. Calvin is actually now teaching developers how to build distributed applications on the Hedera platform. At Hedera, we do things differently. For us, business development is really developer advocacy, and we put our money where our mouth is. Our ecosystem is exploding. We have more than 3,000 developers in our Discord and our Telegram communities today. We have more than 20,000 downloads of our software development kit. And by giving developers the ability to run Solidity scripts directly on the Hedera platform, we further open up our development community to the more than 20,000 Solidity developers on planet Earth today. I'd also like to take a moment to thank our partners. At Hedera, we've been integrated with inbound interest, and we wouldn't be able to serve our ecosystem without our system integration partners. So tonight I want to thank, and some of them you may have noticed outside on your way in, but tonight I want to thank PricewaterhouseCoopers, Big Consulting Group, Abacus Consulting Group, OpenCrowd, and the folks over at TXMQ for helping to grow our ecosystem and support some of the amazing developers that are building distributed applications. So let's give them a round of applause, guys. Now, if you are really interested in learning more and you want to take action right now, you can go to hashgraph.com/Discord, where you can join our Discord community and talk to some friendly people like Ken Anderson and Tim McHale, 2 of our top developer advocates who can help answer questions like, how do I install this SDK? And they can even help you build your first distributed application today, right now. So go to hashgraph.com/Discord, and we hope to see you there.